ready? It's a good question, Jack. I tend to disconnect by going for a walk. And I listen to music, all sorts of music.
I don't really disconnect to disconnect. I'll watch a movie. Is that disconnecting? No, probably not.
Disney.
Walking through the woods.
I actually use my phone sometimes to disconnect, which doesn't make any sense.
Musical theatre.
I like to take the dog out for a walk. He's a big boy.
Metal.
Sometimes runs away from me.
Riding my bike every so often, here and there. Probably play a bit of guitar.
Shout out!
Lawson! It's awesome, Lawson.
That is how I disconnect sometimes. It's not great, is it?
Got some noise cancelling headphones, so I just like cancel out the world around me, but I can still see it, so yeah, it's great.
The usuals. And tends to help me really disconnect, even though technically I'm still connected.
Do a poo.
Probably in bed, watching a movie.
I would say my favourite place to disconnect.
On the toilet.
Football, you hate football, but football, I wish I could go to a game. If I could go to a game right now, that is disconnecting from the world, and it's just mob mentality for 90 minutes.
Sorry, Jack, we were rudely interrupted there.
Hanging out on the beach. I always feel really chill on the beach. It's nice. The waves very relaxing. It's like, you know, feeling the sand on your feet. It's nice.
On the toilet. Ooh, okay.
I miss it. I'm sad now. Cheers, Jack.
Eat some cereal. That's always a nice little break, isn't it?
Just out in the open, but on holiday, usually really far away from home. So one of my favourite destinations is Costa Rica, and I found that I fully disconnected in Costa Rica. Did you know,
Yeah.
fun fact, that
Yeah.
it's scientifically proven that being by the beach and listening to the sound of waves sets off like a chemical reaction in your brain that literally chills you out.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
I go to my mind palace to disconnect. I travel there via gondola, rowing down the canals of the mind.
You're such a liar. Next.
I'm gonna move on.
Move on.
Well, Jack, Sean introduced me to a band recently called Soccer Mommy, and their album is very chill. I really like listening to that.
Ooh, Jack, that is a tough one. I would say my favourite band to disconnect to. Ooh.
It's quite difficult because I listen to a lot of my music on Spotify, so if I didn't have any connection, there wouldn't be much music to disconnect to. But if we ignore that technicality, I'd probably listen to some jazzy hip hop beats.
Incubus. Wish You Were Here, Morning View album. That is the song. 100%. Tom knows.
Oh yeah. Oh
Tom
yeah.
knows.
Maybe some 07. Yeah.
I can't say Tigress, can I? Do you know what though? I legit love to disconnect to our music, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm very proud of what we've done, and whenever I listen to it, I just get back into that moment of like where we were recording. I really take myself back to that moment of where we were recording. So it kind of like takes me back to those awesome times. It's easy to disconnect to.
At first I was like, it's a bit too chill, but then, you know, after the third listen or so, whoa, steady on there, mate, with your accent. yeah. Psycho Eyes. I put on Tom Petty's just best of back catalogue pretty much. It's real chill, it's really nice. Every beat was like
Lovely.
Probably lying in hospital bed a few weeks ago after my surgery, lasted about 2 hours and I was on my phone again. So
I don't know how to go off the grid really.
Back in 1998, which was the year I got my first dial-up computer.
I turn my phone off at night. That feels, honestly, it does help you sleep better. Helps me sleep better, I think, because it's not there, you know, just in the back of your mind that it's like, you know.
Don't try and ruin my interview. Sean,
You said okay.
I didn't.
You said okay, go for it.
Okay, are you quiet now? Oh, like fully disconnected. So are we talking like no social media, no phones? Probably when I was like 10.
Since then I've been plugged in.
no. And I'll tell you why.
To be honest with you, I find it very difficult to disconnect from social media.
And I know what you'll say, Jack. Oh, just mute it. Put your phone upside down. It doesn't work because I'm always thinking, oh, I wonder if so-and-so, I wonder if... Do you know what I mean? Notifications, you're always thinking, is it going to happen? So I don't think you can fully disconnect. I think we're done. That's it. We're screwed. There's no turning back, ever.
Now, Jack, I know you hate social media, but I'm not sure if I could ever fully disconnect from social media. And I think it's because it's just how I communicate with people. I keep in touch. Obviously, the band is so much to do with socials. So I don't think I could ever fully disconnect from social media, and that is quite tragic.
I don't think I could probably fully disconnect from technology. What do you reckon, Jack? Yeah, social media, it's just always there, isn't it? It's just, and like, how am I supposed to promote, like, you know, if we've released a new single, or you know, because we've got an album coming out on September the 3rd, and you know, I'm going to need to post that on social media, aren't I? You know, no one's going to buy it otherwise. Stream it.
Shout out to Tom's Nan.
Yeah. That one time we played in Nuneaton, and my nan, it was just my nan that turned up. It was great. She had a great time.
It's not even a lie.
It's not.
Psych! Not really. I never go on Facebook. It's all bollocks. How has media changed my life? Well, it's basically brainwashed me, hasn't it? You know.
It is our entire existence for like 90% of the time. So that's again. This is making me quite sad. This whole thing. We can't do anything to stop it, can we?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. But yeah. What was the question again?
Well, it is the band. The band would not exist without media, because when myself and Sean started the band at uni, the way that we got our first record deal was by having a sick MySpace page. So, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am right now without social media, or media full stop. So yeah, I mean, I owe a lot to it, even though I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's a good question there, Jack.
I've learnt a lot of things that I didn't learn in school. I find myself just going down a big YouTube rabbit hole a lot of the time. Yeah, man, you just got access to everything now, haven't you? You can learn whatever you want to learn, which is great, but it also feels quite overwhelming.
Do I check my phone constantly when I'm on a night out with friends, you say, Jack? Well,
I never disconnect from my phone because I'm addicted. Sean!
Well, considering most of the people I ever get to see are in this band, I know them quite well, so I'll probably check my phone.
If there was mates there, I would not check my phone very often. No, I'd get my phone out to film something funny that was happening, and then send it on to someone else or something.
Not really, because by the evening my battery's normally dead, so I normally don't get the pleasure of doing that.
Don't need to have too much conversation. I know you quite well.
Or yeah, I get it occasionally on a night out, but not. I wouldn't. I'm not in the corner like just on it, or, unless all my friends ditch me, and then I would be on my phone. Yeah, because I'd be like, oh God, what do I do?
Apple needs to sort out their batteries. They just don't last long enough these days.
Jack, mate, what's this is troubling me. Your makeup, the axe, the random hook.
They can't see the hook.
You can't. Well, if you could see it, he's also got a hook. What's happened, man? I know it's been tough the last year, and we haven't seen each other that much. But this is a cause for concern. Just talking. Hold on, keep recording. Let's phone him. Where is he? Jay.
Hold your phone up. Yeah, that's it.
Hello, mate.
Way!
What are you doing?
It's everybody.
Everybody.
It's
is here.
everybody!
Jack, I've got a question for you,
Okay.
and you're probably doing it right now. But what do you do to disconnect?
What?
What do you do to disconnect?
What do I do to disconnect?
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm always disconnected, mate.
And there you have it.
And there you have it!
Jack wins at life.
I'd probably be a normal human being if it weren't for social media. Now look at me. Right fucking mess.